In this video, I'll be talking about the best resort that I have ever stayed at in my life. So let me go ahead and jump right into this review and overview of Palmaia House of Aia, located in Playa del Carmen, Mexico. So everybody always wants to know the price. How much would it cost to come here and stay at this lovely resort? This place starts at $1,000 a night, but luckily it's all inclusive. So once you pay the $1,000 just to get in the door, all the food for everybody in your room is included. All the drinks are included. Most of the activities are included. I think only thing not included, the spa. If you want to get that deep tissue massage or you want to get any kind of spa treatment, that's not included. Room service, all that stuff is included as well. If you are going to go and stay at Palmaia, I recommend that you watch those prices like a hawk. Well, before we stayed here, I would look at the prices weekly, and the prices would go up, they would go down, they would go up to, $1,000, that would be the highest, but I saw the prices drop. I saw the prices drop as low as $600 a night. So if you're planning on staying here, I would say don't book the hotel at $1,000 a night, but you can just kind of just watch the price and try to catch it when it's down low at $600. I recommend a 3-night minimum. So that'll be 4 days and 3 nights. When I came here, we stayed for 5 nights and 6 days, which was a wonderful amount of time. I think it really took the 3rd day until I really was 1,000% relaxed. If you're not a vegan, that's not a problem. I was very concerned before I came to this resort because I am not a vegan. I don't even like fruits or vegetables. I just eat meats and carbs. So a vegan resort, as exciting as a luxury resort might sound, the whole vegan aspect did have me worried at the beginning. I thought I would have to be sneaking in McDonald's and Popeyes and KFC into the resort just so I could have something to eat, but they do have a lot of non-vegan options. But I will say most of the menus are about 90% to 95% vegan. I was able to survive on cheeseburgers and eggs. I do remember having a steak at one restaurant. I know they had fresh fish at one of the restaurants. So they do have some meat options. So if you are a meat eater like me and not a vegan or vegetarian, they do have some choices for you to pick from if you do want to have meat every now and then. And if you are a meat eater, go ahead and try some of the vegan food. I pretty much hate all vegetables, so I can't say that I love the vegan food or even really like the vegan food. There was a few things that were vegan that I thought were tasty for me, but overall, every time we would go to a restaurant, they would ask if we had any allergies to food, and as a joke, I would always tell the waitress, the hostess, that I'm allergic to vegetables. So when we got to this place, this resort was way bigger than I expected it to be. I've never been to a resort before. I didn't know resorts were this massive. I thought a resort would just be like one really big hotel building with a pool attached to it with a beach in front of it, but this resort is like, I want to say maybe like 2 miles long of just buildings and private beaches and forest and jungle. So when we got there, we rode up on little trams that they got to escort you. The person that owns this resort, they also own the resort next door. So you're gonna check in front of the 2 resorts, and then you're gonna ride through the first resort and go to the second resort. And at the second resort, you'll see the first building that we saw here. This building has about 3 or 4 restaurants in it, a nice little dojo room, a nice lounge. And I pretty much, when you first pulled up, I thought that this building by itself was like the resort. But they've got plenty of different restaurants. There's a Mediterranean restaurant, there's a Asian styled restaurant. Got massive pools that stretch the entire length of the residential area. So as you can see here, these pools are humongous, beautiful, crystal clear water, and it's nice and cool. A lot of the units even have a swim out balcony, so you can walk straight out of your room and just swim in that pool right there. They have a kids section that has slides and a kind of playground for the kids to play in. They even have a bar in the pool. My favorite thing about this resort was the bicycles. Now, I haven't ridden a bike since I was like in middle school or maybe even elementary school, but it's been a super long time. You know, like at least 15 years since I've ridden a bike on a regular basis, and they have bikes all over the resort. We stayed at one end of the resort, and most of the restaurants were on the other side of the resort, like over a mile long walk to get to those places, and most people just take the tram. But I was excited to, you know, walk out of my hotel room, usually with no shoes on, and just hop on a bicycle and just bike the whole length of the resort. Now, this resort was super clean. I'm talking about you could be here for 5 days and not see any trash outside and not even bother wearing shoes. You can go to the outdoor restaurant, you can go to the outdoor bar, you can walk on the beach, you can go to your hotel room, you can walk the whole length of the property, all with no shoes on. I don't remember ever stepping on a stick or ever stepping on a rock or stepping on anything. They keep the grounds here super clean. Fitness, if you like to work out, they have a really nice gym on the property that has a super cool view of the jungle. They have yoga classes here if you want to come and do some yoga. They have breathing classes. This whole place is to rejuvenate and cleanse the body. You're gonna feel super clean and healthy while you are here. Even the meat that I was eating was healthy. I think everything is locally sourced. Even some of the food is grown on the property. I think some of the seasoning and plants of that nature are grown here on the property. One of the favorite things that I saw at this resort were the signs that said "Keep quiet." Now, a lot of people might like a lively, I've heard people say, oh, we want to go someplace that's lively. We want to go to a nice, lively resort that's fun and exciting. That's cool for you, but that ain't me. I want to go someplace quiet. I want to forget that other people even exist. I want to get away, not to get around a bunch of other people. So they have quiet signs on the property to remind people to keep it quiet and to keep it peaceful. This was a massive plus for me. Even when we were there, the place wasn't that crowded at all. Even though we went during spring break, it was like the busiest time of the year. But still, not many people at the actual resort. So the place was really quiet. Now, the beach. This place has got a nice private secluded beach that is really long. I'm guessing it's maybe like 1.5 miles long. If I had to guess, maybe even 2 miles long of private beach on the property. Well, while we were there, it was spring break and the beach had a lot of seaweed washing up. Now, the hotel was doing their best to have a team of people out there every single morning, extremely early. I'm talking about like sunrise, like 5:30 a.m., 6 o'clock in the morning. The team was already outside raking up seaweed. I like to film, so I was out at sunrise. Actually, I was out before sunrise, and most days the staff was already out there raking up the seaweed. So, you know, there's seaweed on the beach. Nothing they can do about that. That's just nature. But the hotel is putting a lot of effort to keep the beaches clean. So normally, by the time it's like noon or 2 o'clock, when it's the most people outside, in the afternoon or around noontime, most of that seaweed has been cleaned up for the most part. Okay, so Instagram ability for the influencers and people that want to, you know, take cool pictures. I'm gonna rank this place on how good it is as a picturesque paradise for Instagram. So on IG, if you want to just take pictures and stunt on your friends and have pictures of you on the beach and the pool, this place is pretty amazing for taking Instagram pictures and shooting TikTok videos. They have some very cool sculptures around the place. They've got trees growing over the pools. As you can see right here, they got a statue of a 30-foot lady that looks super cool. They got this kind of gazebo looking thing right here, but this is a mushroom made out of wood. If you want to do yoga on the beach, they got this beautiful triangle built on the beach out of wood. This place really is like a combination of nature and architecture. This resort is extremely safe. When we went there, we got to sit down and have dinner with the hotel manager because we were traveling with a celebrity, and the manager told our celebrity client, he was like, yeah, it's extremely safe here. He said, even if you tell people that you're at this resort, they cannot get back here, they cannot reach you. We had to go through about 3 different security gates just to make it to the resort. They got a security gate when you pull into the resort complex. Then they got another security gate when you get further into the complex. We had to go through a security clearance, and then once you make it past the first resort and you go into the second resort, that is Palmaia, there's a 3rd security gate. So you got to go through 3 security gates to make it back to this hotel. So it's extremely safe. Honestly, I think the whole time we were here, we didn't even bother locking our hotel room just because I was like, it's so safe here. I'm like, I don't even feel the need to have to lock a door around here. And everybody else at the resort's paying $1,000+ a night, so I doubt these other people are gonna steal since they're paying so much money. So we felt extremely safe. This is probably the safest place I've been in my entire life at this resort. So the room that we had a double queen room because, like I said, I got this place for work. If we were going here and vacationing, we can get the suite that has a king size bed in the room and has a giant in-ground bathtub that can easily fit 2, probably like 3 people in that bathtub. But we had just the double queen room. I know they also have a family style suite that is a few $100s more. While we were at this resort, we did see a lot of families staying here. Probably about half the people we saw at the resort were families, because if you come with a family, you can pay that one fee and get all the all-inclusive features for your whole family. So you can bring like 5 or 6 people, or maybe, I guess, however many people you can fit in the room can get that all-inclusive that all-inclusive stay as well. This place was so fantastic and so amazing. I think I would return here a few more times. I would say I would return here a lot of times, but it is just too expensive to come back to this place a bunch of times unless you just making millions of dollars or you got money in the bank. I don't know if I can afford to come back to this place and pay, up to $1,000 a night to come back and stay here again. I definitely would love to come back, but yeah, like I said, the price is just too high for me to come back multiple times. But if you got like a 10-year anniversary, or you're going on a honeymoon, or I think for those big events or special occasions, this is the perfect getaway, not too far from the US. All right, so that is my review of Palmaia House of Aia. Like I said, I think this is an amazing place, and I think most people should definitely visit this place. I know I'll definitely remember staying here for the for the rest of my life. So that is all, and until the next time.